Hello everyone, and this is, actually I should change shirts, one moment. Okay, I was in my work shirt. Hello everyone, this is Shooter Fantasy, and today we will be talking about Microsoft and Bethesda's E3 presentations, which were much better than EA's E3 presentations that took place yesterday. So, let's get started. So Microsoft, they put on a great show, a pretty grand show. They had lots of things to show off. Overall, it was entertaining to watch. So, but I went into this E3 expecting some big things, and one of the big things I'm going to talk about is the fact that they've acquired and also created some of these. I don't know how to phrase this. I'm just going to say they acquired five studios. So the Initiative, it's an entirely new Santa Monica studio, and it's being headed by Daryl Gallagher. And apparently he was a former studio head of Crystal Dynamics, and Crystal Dynamics works on the Tomb Raider games. And he's there to help create world-class talent, or to put together world-class talent and create really good gaming experiences. They acquired Undead Labs, the company that made State of Decay and State of Decay 2. And they also acquired Playground Games. They're a company that is famous for the Forza series, but apparently they will also be working on open world projects unrelated to the racing genre as well. They acquired Ninja Theory, with the people who created, apparently they created a game called Kung Fu Chaos. I've never actually played that game before. But they also are the same company that made Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I actually really liked that game. And they also made Devil May Cry, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, and they also made the PlayStation 3 exclusive Heavily Sword. I actually haven't played that game either. But they're now a Microsoft first-party developer, so they're no longer a cross-platform development company. Although me saying that is not entirely true, because obviously anything that comes out on Xbox also comes out on PC. And they also acquired Compulsion Games, the company working on We Happy Few. And yeah. And apparently We Happy Few is coming out for Xbox One, Windows, and PlayStation 4. And actually that's interesting too, because it's a post-release on Xbox One, Windows, and PlayStation 4, the We Happy Few, but Compulsion Games is now Xbox One exclusive. So it's interesting to see if that will change that release cycle, or if it will remain the same. But, yeah. Lots of game studios that have been acquired, so hopefully that means in the future we will have some great games to play on the Xbox platform. Now we're also going to go over some other stuff. A few trailers. And for those who haven't seen them, I'm going to be showing off some trailers that I found kind of interesting. So, Halo Infinite, which I'm assuming is a trailer for Halo 6 at this point, had me kind of happy. Looked nice. And it gave some strong vibes of the original Halo. So, this means, just based on this trailer, I'm just figuring that they're going back to the roots of Halo and trying to, rather than try and make it their own game and, you know, do all these things and trying to appeal to audiences and all this stuff, they're actually just trying to appeal to what made Halo great in the first place. They've gone back to the old art style, it looks like, and if Halo 6, if this is how Halo 6 is going to look, I will be happy. But I'm going to stop just talking about it. Let's actually look at the trailer. Oh, I should turn on the audio so you guys can actually hear it too.
Games play best on Xbox One.
Or PC, since you guys released your games on that as well. But yeah, so let's also take a look at the Gears of War 5 trailer. What is this?
Something's happening to me. For months now, I've been having these dreams. Nightmares. But I think they were messages.
It's your grandmother's? There's a place up north. I think we can find you answers there.
Where are we going?
Back to where it all began. I need to know the truth.
Or are we the prey?
She'd never be our enemy by choice. I know that. But what if it's not her choice? The necklace? That's a locust symbol.
I want it out of my head. I want it to stop.
Katie.
Mom!
Cut me loose. Please. This is why we came on survival.
Now, when it comes to Gears of War,
Games play best on Xbox One.
or PC, when it comes to Xbox One, or no, Gears of War, when it comes to Gears of War 5, or Gears of War 4, I actually like that game. It didn't try to go straight too far with what the other Gears of War games provided, and I know some people give it flack for that, but honestly, if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. As I kind of feel Microsoft or 343 tried too hard to do with Halo. So, Gears of War 5, I definitely a game I'll be buying when that comes out. I want to see where Gears of War 4's cliffhanger ending leads. And yeah, I think the Coalition has a good grasp on what Gears of War is supposed to be. They were pretty faithful to Gears of War with Gears of War 4. So I have no doubt that the Coalition will do a good job with Gears of War 5. So, what else? What else did I find interesting about Microsoft's E3? And I'm just going to try my best to focus on their trailers. So, Crackdown 3. This game's been delayed to 2019 of February. Well, let's look at the trailer for it.
Commander Jack on deck. Welcome to Crackdown 3, the only game built like me. Big, beautiful, like a sky. Give me my jam.
Really? Is this just a camera? I want a full screen trailer. Oh, gamers would have played down. Oops. Okay. We've got no choice but to have it zoom in like that.
Commander Jack on deck.
I guess we don't have
Welcome to Crackdown 3, the only game built like me. Big, beautiful, like a skyscraper, falling at your face. If you want to play on my level, follow my lead. Somebody give me my jam. It's all about getting the jump on the enemy. No building is too high. 60 stories up, incoming. You gotta build up that raw power. Grab more, grow more. Nama, nama, nama. Big, bigger. Jackson! Then you need that firepower. Homing rocket gun, bullseye. Vortex cannon, the graviton tether. Have you two met? And the most powerful weapon of all, me. And then I roll out like a boss. I can push off fools, pull up the side of a building, or even bust out my very own tank. Oh yeah. Boom shakalaka! Man, these bad guys just won't quit. They got mad scientists, and madder master plans. Here we go! The hits just keep on coming. Boom! Whack, whack, mother! Crackdown 3!
Now, it's kind of interesting. When it comes to Crackdown, I've never actually played any of the previous Crackdown games. And maybe I should, just so I can be more knowledgeable about my thoughts on Crackdown 3. But the game, based on just what I've seen of it, reminds me a little bit of Infamous. Or, no. Maybe it reminds me of Saints Row 4. a little bit with the high jumping and being able to just blow stuff up. It does remind me of Saints Row 4 a little bit. It also reminds me of Sunset Overdrive as well. Of course, there's differences between the games, but Sunset Overdrive, in the way that game plays, and Saints Row 4 are the first two games that pop into my mind when I'm watching Crackdown 3. Hopefully it's a game that ends up being fun and interesting. It's the one game that's been persisting through a whole bunch of E3s. They also added a new playable character and some new bosses to Cuphead. It's making noise. What is making noise? I'm gonna keep closing stuff until it stops. But yeah. I just realized I had my video camera microphone turned on. And I closed a whole bunch of tabs, so I don't know what I had open. They also had an announcement for Battletoads, which was interesting. And I've never really... I know Battletoads is a game that existed like ages ago, but... really was an interesting showcase.
We are here with Dr. Updale. She came up with this experiment.
I hate ads. Stop it. And then Ori and the Will of the Wisps got a new gameplay trailer. And I'm still playing through the first Ori and the Blind Forest, so I gotta finish that game at some point. Because I started playing the original Ori and the Blind Forest, and then I got the enhanced version of the game, or the, yeah, I'm just gonna say enhanced because my brain is not working with English right now. But, yeah. The game just still looks beautiful. The soundtrack sounds amazing. So we'll take a look at that. And also I'm going to turn down the desktop volume a little bit so I can actually talk over it if I need to.
Games play best on Xbox One.
Okay. So on top of that, we got another Forza game, Forza Horizon 4. And honestly, like, the Forza games actually do feel pretty fun to play. And so another entry is certainly welcome. Okay. So yeah.
Pre-order now or play with Xbox Game Pass at launch.
Yeah, so the game looks pretty like any Forza game. So I think the biggest announcement they had is that you can play around with friends in an open world. And that might be the most interesting part of it. But other than that, it's a Forza Horizon game, so I like how someone comments on this video, can I run over the animals? But yeah, not much to say there. So they had a few other exclusives they showed off, all of which were kind of indie titles. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything though, because there were a lot of games that they revealed like 50 different games. Not necessarily exclusives at all, but definitely reveals. So for important stuff, we've got Halo Infinity, Gears of War 5, Crackdown 3, Ori and the Blind Forest, Will of the Wisps, and yeah. Oh yeah, and Horizon 4. And I guess PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds got a new game mode. But let's talk about some of the games they showed off as well. So, they showed off Fallout 76, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, made by From Software, the people who made the Dark Souls games. Captain Spirit, a free game made by Don't Nod, the people who created Life is Strange. And this game is about a boy who can tell stories. And it took place, or the story takes place in the Life is Strange universe. And we'll be able to pick it up for free June 26th. Nier Automata is coming to Xbox One and Xbox One X, which I actually wasn't expecting. Because having Nier Automata come out on the PlayStation 4 really added to PlayStation's repertoire of games. Even though it did come to PC, I was under the impression it was like PS4 and PC exclusive. But for it to come to Xbox One is definitely good news for Xbox gamers, because holy crap, Nier Automata, 10 out of 10 game. Metro Exodus was shown off. This is actually the first time hearing of Metro Exodus for myself personally. But that seemed interesting. We got a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, another one. Kind of showed off Frozen. So you got to see Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and all those characters being shown off in this series. Sea of Thieves announced some new expansions. Battlefield 5 dropped the trailer, a story trailer. And got Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which is a looks like it's an anime-based game. And then ID at Xbox, which is a bunch of indie titles, has a bunch of games. I'm actually part of ID, or my game project that I'm working on is part of ID at Xbox, but presently I do not have a trailer, or my game is in a state or I would want to show it off at E3 right now. Shadow of the Tomb Raider showed off some new trailer, or showed off some new gameplay footage. A new game called Session came out, or not came out, but got shown off, and it's a skateboarding game. Black Desert Online is coming to Xbox One. They're having a beta. There's going to be a Devil May Cry 5, and apparently Nero is the main character. Tunic is coming to the Xbox One, and it looks like a Zelda game. It's called Tunic, so I mean you can kind of guess it's very Zelda inspired. And yeah, it's kind of a cel-shaded looking game that looks kind of pretty. Jump Force was shown off. It's a new anime crossover fighting game. Actually, I showed that off too. Jump Force.
World premiere. There are worlds that exist, separate from our own, where the impossible is reality. They consist of both good and evil. These worlds were never meant to meet. But things have changed. Now, they have begun to merge as one. And our last hope are the heroes we could only imagine, uniting to fight for our survival. Jump Force. Unite to fight.
And then Dying Light 2 was shown off. And apparently, one of their gimmicks is that it's going to be very choice-driven. So, if it's like more choice-driven than Detroit Become Human was, then damn. That's going to be awesome.
It's been 15 years since the fall. The city is a corpse, and we are the worms. We burrow in it, fighting for every useful piece of land to preserve ourselves from the terrors of the night and the horrors of the day.
I know not who can hear my voice. I shall therefore speak a word unto here. Anyone who dares to steal food will be hanged, and their bodies will be exposed.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
Get him! You're dead now!
And these choices we take to survive will create the world to come. You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn. Good night, and good luck.
Also, Just Cause 4 was shown off at the conference, and I still haven't beaten Just Cause 3. When I first played the game on my computer at the time, the game was so unoptimized that I kind of gave up on playing the game. So, I really should reinstall the game and continue playing it and finish it, because I have no justification to buy Just Cause 4 if I don't. And Just Cause 4 looks amazing. So let's take a look at the Just Cause 4 trailer.
I was born to fight wars that no army could win. There was no fear, no failure. But the rules have changed. The enemy changed. And no one was ready for it.
The Black Hand. They are the world's most powerful private army. But even they should fear what they've created. This isn't a war, Rico. This is survival.
Does that happen a lot? Want me getting shot at? All the time.
That's a lot. And then at the end of the conference, they showed off Cyberpunk 2077. So let's take a look at that.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues: sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that matters from the conference. So overall, Microsoft's E3 conference was pretty good. It showed off games, got people excited and amped up for games. For actual titles coming to the Xbox One, we got Gears of War 4, Halo Infinite, Crackdown 3. So 3 titles that are, and Ori and the Blind Forest Will of the Wisps, which is an indie game. But then you also have some other indie games that are exclusive coming to the console as well. So we've got 3 AAA exclusives lined up for the Xbox One, and those exclusives also come out for the PC. So, in that sense, I don't know. Technically, I don't really need my Xbox One anymore. It's been sitting on my shelf collecting dust for a while. All I've got keeping, the only thing that has me keeping it is backwards compatibility when I'm actually bothered to use backwards compatibility, but realistically I've got 2 Xbox 360s that are in this house, so I can always just pop games into the native consoles if I really want to play 360 titles. And then the Master Chief Collection is the only reason why I have my Xbox One and I keep it. I do have Halo 5 as well, but that came with the Xbox One S when I bought it. So realistically, that just is not the reason for me to keep it. I've got one game that has me keeping my Xbox One. Sunset Overdrive, that was a fun game, but it doesn't really have much replay value once you beat everything. I beat all the DLC for that game, so again, I don't know, not much reason to keep my Xbox One. I've got a perfectly capable gaming PC here, so I don't know. I like the Xbox One controller, but as far as just keeping my console, But you know what? Hopefully for people who don't have gaming PCs that can play games, hopefully this E3 was good enough for people who own an Xbox One and an Xbox One X and don't have a PC. So, let's talk about Bethesda's E3, which I found to be kind of nice too. So, I'm going to just cover stuff that we haven't... Oh crap. Did we even show Fallout 76's trailer yet? Because we should show that. Because that also got shown off at the conference.
Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me.
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
Alrighty, so we also got Rage 2. I don't know if they actually released a new trailer for that. I admittedly went into the trailer a little late. So we've got a gameplay trailer.
Asteroid on a collision course with Earth. Global extinction event.
80% of the Earth's population dead.
God turned his back on humanity long ago. It wasn't a war. It wasn't global warming. It was a fucking asteroid. I was born in this shithole. Parents murdered, an orphan of this wasteland. An army of mutants killed everyone I ever loved. All that's left is hate, fear, and the need for survival. You see, part of growing up was watching everything get taken from me. I stood by, did nothing. And now, I'm the last ranger of this wasteland. And there's only one thing left to do!
Hello, E3, and welcome to the world of Rage 2. In a moment, we'll dive headfirst into the Eden spaceport mission, where Walker, our main protagonist, is out to find a rare artifact that will aid him in his quest to take down the Authority.
Doctor, I'm approaching the Eden Space Center.
Ah, yes, I forgot to say. It might be overrun by bandits. The Goon Squad, to be precise. You must likely slay them first, before pulling down the ecopod from orbit and securing the untainted nanotrites therein.
Doctor, made it to the Space Center.
Keep your wits about you, Walker. The Goon Squad may look whimsical, laughable even, but believe me, behind their playful appearance, they are very, very dangerous.
Oh. Is he warping?
It sings.
Ruckus, ruckus, singing songs to the...
It mounts on the wall. It's motion sensor activated. It's the Ruckus the Crusher talking hack, and it can be yours wild and flat. Rage.
Okay. These are some cool transitions.
Unauthorized personnel are no longer present. Threat has been nullified. Mr. President, welcome to the Ecopod mission.
Excellent. Now, look for the central computer. You will initiate the recall procedure for Eco-15, still in orbit.
Recall sequence approved. Beginning Ecopod recall.
The Ecopod made it.
I know, and so does the Authority. Hurry, get the untainted nanotrites and get out. Also for you, there is an extra boon. Something that will make you a veritable superhero.
Elevator's still running. So far, so good. Looks like Ranger Walker's gonna get a bit of a boost today. Like the doc said, authority units. Shouldn't be a problem. Holy shit! Oh, hell yeah!
Okay. that's my first time actually seeing the gameplay for this game. And, that definitely looks interesting. I've never actually played the first Rage game, but this actually looks very interesting. I might definitely check it out when it releases. Also, Doom Eternal, a sequel to Doom 2016. And they've also got Mick Gordon doing the soundtrack again, from what I hear. So that's just amazing.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom Eternal.
Now, there's not much more we gotta watch there. But basically, the basic concept is Hell on Earth, which is pretty dang cool. So Bethesda also announced Elder Scrolls Blades, which is basically an Elder Scrolls game built from the ground up for iOS. So, and oh, it's also coming up to Android as well. So it's basically a mobile game, a mobile version of Elder Scrolls, and the idea is it looks and should feel like a console game, but on your phone. Also, the card game Elder Scrolls Legends is coming to Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with improved visual fidelity. And also, Elder Scrolls 6. I did not see the trailer for this. So, let's check that out. Oh, it's 36 seconds. Okay, so it's a reveal then. So we know it's happening, and that's about all we know. But yeah, that's basically everything. Between Microsoft and Bethesda's E3 presentations. Personally, I think in the end, the gamer kind of wins. Microsoft showed off a crap ton of games and whatnot, even though in reality they've got only 3 AAA exclusives coming out. They've at least shown that they're working hard to make sure that in the future we'll have some great games. They've acquired 5 5 game studios that have made great games in the past. So that is great to hear. So there should be more Microsoft exclusives, is what I'm going to say. But as a PC gamer, I don't need my Xbox One anymore. Because anything that comes to Xbox is on PC. Which, to be honest, I shouldn't be complaining personally, because that means I get to play games the best they possibly can be with the GTX 1080 and all that stuff. But it's just a shame that my investment in an Xbox One just doesn't mean anything anymore. I could keep it for like on-the-go gaming, but my PC is small enough that I bring it anywhere anyway. So, for me personally, I don't have much use for an Xbox One anymore, but I know for a lot of people who don't have the money to put towards a gaming PC or don't have capable gaming PCs, or computers for playing games on PC. Hopefully, Xbox has restored some faith. I'm curious to see what PlayStation 4 or what Sony brings to the table. And because I'm really liking my PlayStation 4. I like the investment on it. The games I've got for it are great. And there's plenty of just great PlayStation exclusives for me to still delve into. Now, Bethesda's conference was nice. I definitely like being able to play more Doom. Rage 2 looks interesting. And all that fun stuff is just great. So, there's not much I have to say on the matter anymore. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this stream, feel free to like it. If you didn't, feel free to dislike it. But be sure to let me know what I did wrong, what I should improve, and that kinds of stuff. And maybe in the future I produce something that is more to your tastes. But yeah. Also, I do have a Patreon link down below. If you guys feel inclined, or for those of you who feel inclined, it's optional, but it is there. And with that all said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Because obviously there's probably going to be some more conferences happening. And I'm going to be, speculating before they happen. And I'm going to be doing a recap after they happen. Definitely feel free to jump into chat when I'm live streaming and give your thoughts and opinions. We can have a discussion. Yesterday and today, I've just kind of been talking by myself. So, of course, I'm just going to recap things. But, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. And we'll see what the next presentation brings us.